Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Beyond Second Cognition. I'm Beall. The topic of this discussion is, do you want a shift in consciousness? What it entails. A lot of people may be dialing into our channel wondering just what we're about, seeing as how we hit kind of broad spectrum topics. Ever since we started publishing our books and doing the videos, which are mostly available on our Patreon channel at patreon.com/Gemma Beall, we've been trying to teach those who have the motivation and the gumption to advance their consciousness and provide them the tools with which they can do so. I'm providing this discussion because this shift in consciousness stuff is so prevalent in the New Age arena, and I'm going to explain some things about what is actually going on and what's not going to happen. We had a lot of hype back with the Mayan calendar thing, the 2012 shift in consciousness, where everybody felt that there was going to be some kind of cosmic magic wand waved, and we were all going to get a shift in consciousness given to us based on no effort or work on our own individual parts, simply for believing the ideology. In the first place, I'm going to ask each of my listeners to pause for a minute and ask yourselves what you think a shift in consciousness really is. Is it some kind of magical thing to where you think you're going to get all the knowledge and the wisdom of the universe poured into your little bitty human brain in an instant, and you're going to turn into some type of magical creature? I'm not saying that to be condescending or facetious. I'm asking you to genuinely consider what you personally think a shift in consciousness is and what it would entail and how it would occur. Because until you know this, you really don't know anything about advancing your consciousness. The fact of the matter is, in order for anyone to shift their consciousness, to advance their consciousness out of the illusionary trap we call reality, is an individual effort. Now, some of you have come across the conspiracy videos, and when you get confronted with this information and part of you wants to believe that, the first emotional response is fear, because what this does is it challenges your perception of reality. Now, as you go through a shift in consciousness, you are going to meet many challenges to your reality, and each one of these challenges can create a similar type of cognitive dissonance when you have to face some part of the illusion, and it undermines the stability of your perceptual world. I use the conspiracy stuff as an example because those who have run across it have felt this cognitive destabilizing effect. It's called cognitive dissonance. Now, the second emotional reaction, usually, if people don't run away from this stuff and just simply deny it because it's too uncomfortable to face, is that they feel that they have to get out and inform the world, like the town crier, that all this is taking place. Now, the reason we do this, ladies and gentlemen, is because we are all indoctrinated to think of the herd first. I have to tell others that, people have to come along with me. They have to see this. They have to wake up. And unfortunately, too many people get roped into this town crier mentality and never advance their consciousness beyond being the town criers to other people, to trying to get them to wake up as far as they have. In order to continue with your cognitive growth process, you have to outgrow this. You have to see this emotional reaction as nothing but Hapim hive mind virus herd indoctrination. The whole 2012 shift in consciousness ideology was more herd indoctrination. You see, ladies and gentlemen, we're taught that we can't do anything unless the herd moves with us or unless we move with the herd. And what this does is it makes us fear being an individual, and it sure as hell doesn't endorse us taking charge of our own lives and our own cognitive advancement through personal responsibility. What Gemma and I do through our work, through our videos and our books, is try to give people an opportunity to lift themselves out of this perceptual quagmire and help them overcome their stopping points so their consciousness can continue to advance. Now, if you look at a lot of the spiritual material, you hear a word used very often that should send up red flags with you, and that is the collective. The Happim hive virus was a collective. And if you look at Marxist ideologies and what's going on in the spiritual arenas, they talk about the collective shift in consciousness. The fact of the matter is, ladies and gentlemen, there's not going to be any collective shift, no matter how much belief and hope you put into the ideology. There's not going to be some magic wand from heaven give to you anything that you are unwilling to earn on your own through personal responsibility. And this is what we teach. It is a long, slow, emotionally grueling process to advance your consciousness, because you have to erase all of these illusions. You have to confront the lies that you have been told that you embrace as your reality. And there's not going to be any type of collectivist whitewash that's going to give everybody a free pass to cognitive advancement. It all comes down to choice. And you cannot be a sovereign individual with a free consciousness as long as you want to run with the herd or demand that the herd runs with you, because your focus is on the collective. And collectivism is a keen aspect of Marxist ideologies, as well as the Happim hive virus mindset. If you're waiting for a collectivist magic wand, the cosmos, source, creator, or whatever term you use, to give you this advancement or shift in your consciousness, you're going to be waiting till they put you in the grave. It's never happened throughout the history of humanity, and it's not going to happen now. Humanity is being given an opportunity through the correct guidance to take responsibility for itself. And that means you have to take personal responsibility for yourself. The path to cognitive advancement is a choice based on a personal decision and personal stamina, courage, fortitude, and personal responsibility to do that. If you are unwilling to do this personal work, waiting around for some cosmic force to give it to you is nothing but a hollow belief, ladies and gentlemen. It's tampered with hope and always tampered with disappointment, because the hope is never going to pay out. Just because you believe something and want it to be true doesn't mean that there's any merit in the belief system. It's just a belief. It makes the ego-infected part of you want it and desire it, but it also relinquishes your responsibility to make the changes for yourself. So we put our videos out here to try and inform people how to advance themselves if they want to do it. For those people that don't want to, that choose to run in the bailiwick of their belief systems, you folks are on your own. If you don't take the responsibility to do for yourself, don't expect compassion from me or Gemma, because you are wallowing in self-ignorance, willful ignorance. I'm not going to expend compassion on people that refuse to utilize an opportunity when it's given to them. They say, oh, you're mean, you don't care about the masses. No, actually I don't, ladies and gentlemen. The only people that I'm concerned with is those that are going to take the personal responsibility to make the changes in their own lives to advance their own consciousness. And those of you that are lost in the belief quagmire, that want to keep your heels dug in and hang your hats on false hopes and false ideologies, raptures and going to the new earth, the event, whatever hogwash they're peddling to keep you harnessed into the collectivist mentality, you're not my problem, nor am I going to expend compassion or concern because you choose to be willfully ignorant. Now, if you want to embrace those beliefs, knock yourself out. But don't criticize me because I'm not going along with your collectivist herd mentality. Our focus and our energies are on those who are willing to do the work. And the rest, they're not my interest. I have no emotional investment in whether you do it or not. Would I like to see people succeed? Sure, I would. But I have no emotional stake in whether you personally choose to do so or not until you decide to advance yourself and do your own work. At that point, yeah, we can, work with assisting people, answering questions and things of that nature. But if you don't have that gumption, going by our videos and clicking a thumbs down doesn't hurt our feelings. I mean, we really don't care. This is what is called cognitive detachment, ladies and gentlemen. And you don't understand it. You think, oh, well, you don't care about us. Well, I care enough to offer this information and produce these videos. The big question is, how much do you care about yourself to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and stop playing the collectivist mind virus games? Because if you can't break yourself of that habit, it's not my problem. Nobody's going to do it for you. I'm not going to do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. And if you're unwilling to do it for yourself, your opinions, your angry comments about, oh, you're so mean. I'm not mean. I'm here to offer opportunity. It's on your shoulders whether you want to take the opportunity or not. And if you don't, I don't care. The only ones that we're concerned with is those who can find the personal fortitude to advance themselves out of the illusionary quagmire. And if you don't want to, then live in the illusion. It's no skin off my teeth. I really don't care. I'm not going to expend a bunch of emotional compassion into your decisions. The only one that's losing in this is you. The only person that's going to gain from this is you. I have nothing to offer you except a pathway to your own free consciousness. And if you don't want to take it, then again, it's on you. I thought I would put this out here to clarify what we do in our work. It's all a personal journey, and it all is predicated on personal choice. And if you want to make the choice to run with the herd and run with the collectivist mentality and keep pinning your hopes on raptures and events and new earths and promises of cosmic shifts in consciousness, then you're free to wallow in those illusions. Until such time as you get ready to pull yourself out of that illusion, I got nothing to say to you other than, here's an opportunity. Are you going to take it? The choice is ultimately yours, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you doing the work, stay the course. Don't give up on yourselves.